Hello guys, this is Kara from Rump Raves. I have a new video spot for probably about a week because we're cleaning out our basement. We're going to get the whole thing redone because we had a lot of water damage. We got water in our basement every year for a couple years and we were good about cleaning it out and getting the carpet dry and everything, but after a while it just started to get moldy, and then we had a problem with our dishwasher, and our dishwasher, we had it running one night and it didn't turn itself off like it was supposed to, and so it just leaked everywhere and it went through the floor from above, through the ceiling down here and down through the walls, and it's all moldy and nasty. So we're just going to get everything redone and we're going to repaint and everything in the meantime so that it can be nice and finished and awesome. And then this is going to turn into my mom's photography room. It's going to be partly storage for some stuff, and then I'm going to use it for my sewing room too. It's a pretty big room, so we'll have plenty of room for all that stuff. And sorry if I'm a little bit echoey, it's because the room is empty. So anyway, this is going to be my Baltic Amber collection video. I just have a couple that I'm still wearing. I probably should have taken those off already. But anyway, my family has been really interested in all natural stuff. I'm sure I've mentioned that before because I feel like I say it all the time. So yeah, my family tries to do everything naturally instead of taking a bunch of drugs for everything and just going to the doctor, and I don't know, because I know doctors are supposed to know a lot and do everything the right way, but they don't exactly always do what's best. They just kind of prescribe something for every little problem. So amber is another natural thing. I know it has pretty much nothing to do with AMPs, our alternative menstrual products, but I thought it would be a nice thing to mention because people who are concerned about having their menstruation being all natural would probably be concerned about the rest of their life as well. So amber is just a natural thing. It's actually fossilized amber, and it's Baltic amber because it comes from the Baltic Sea. So yeah, I have them all laid out. Maybe I can do them from lightest to darkest color. Okay, so this is the one that I most recently purchased. It is the buttermilk color. It's unpolished, so that's why it's not clear, because it's unpolished. And it feels a little bit rougher too. But unpolished is better for your body. It has a stronger, I don't know, I guess it just lets out the succinic acid better if it's not polished. So yeah, this is the one that I purchased most recently. It's one that's actually mine. All of the other ones, I have my mom and two sisters that use them as well. So we've kind of just collected them together. But then I have this one that's mine personally. And I normally wear 3 at a time. So, I don't know. And there's a bracelet too. So this is the lemon color. It is polished. I think there's only 2 that aren't polished. So this is the lemon color. Most of them go and have bigger beads in the middle. So like here, where it would be right here on you, there are bigger beads. And then at the ends, closer to the clasp, there are smaller beads. And the clasp is like this. It's just a plastic piece that screws into a bead. And that's so if you put it on a child for teething pain or any other pain, a small child is going to want to pull it off, but then it's on silk, and silk is really strong, and then it has the special clasp so that they can't pull it apart. And there are also, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there are knots tied in between each bead. Maybe you can see it better on this one. Yeah, there are knots in between each bead to keep it from coming apart if it would break, so then your beads don't fall everywhere, because that would be, if you had a small child wearing it, that would be really bad because they could eat the beads and choke on them. And if you were just wearing it and you got it caught on something or it came apart, then all of your beads would be everywhere and you'd have to find them all, and you might not find them all, and yeah, they're kind of expensive, so that would be a bad situation. So this is the color Honey. This is the other unpolished one. So it's buttermilk and lemon. The buttermilk is just whiter. And then lemon and honey. Honey just has more brown in it. So that's that color. This is as you wear them more, the unpolished ones come to be looking like they're more polished. And you can also rub baby oil on them and it'll make them look more polished. So those are just some of my tips, I guess. This one is a child size. I have 2 child-sized ones. I think the child sizes are 15 inches, and the adult sizes, the regular, like typical adult size is 18 inches. You can get longer ones. You can get ones that are long enough to be like put around and then you twist it and wrap around again, so it's like 2. But I don't have any of those. I just have the child size, which is the 15 inch, and then the 18 inch, and then I have a bracelet. So that was the honey color, and here I have 2 of the typical amber color. This is the other child-sized one. So the child-sized ones also have smaller, more delicate looking beads, and they're also more rounded. This is another polished one. So it's just a little bit darker. I have darker than this, but just keep in mind, I guess. This is the same color, but it's from a different maker, obviously. It's different shaped beads. They're just like more awkward shaped. And they're separated a little bit more just because of the way they were made. The lighter colors have stronger succinic acid. Just keep that in mind too, because I know you can find online, I didn't print out anything or write any notes, but I know there are certain colors that can help with certain situations. So if you're using it for like high or low blood pressure, for instance, there is a certain color that has the right level of succinic acid, because just because it's a higher level of succinic acid that will be going into your skin, it doesn't mean it's going to help you. It's kind of like if you take melatonin as a natural sleeping aid. If you take too much of it, it doesn't help, but if you take too little of it, it doesn't help. Because I know the over-the-counter stuff, it says like 1 milligram is supposed to be normal, and then 3 milligrams is extra, and then 5 milligrams is super. But that doesn't really make sense, because if you take too much for your body weight and your body, it will do negative effects and it will keep you awake, because it's like a natural chemical that's in your brain. So I don't know, if you have too much of it, it does the opposite effect. So just keep that in mind. I know there's charts all over for whatever symptoms you have, and then according to your height and your weight and your body fat and all that, and you can figure out what color you need. It's not as sensitive as I'm explaining it. I'm not trying to make it sound complicated, but just take into account that if you want a higher affecting necklace, you don't want to just get the lightest unpolished color. You want to figure out, oh, maybe I need this color because I need this percent coming out into my body. So enough of the detailed stuff. This is the next one. I don't remember what this color is called, but it almost looks black if you don't have it in the light. But then if you put it in the light, I don't know if you can even see that from my camera, but if you put it up to the light, it glows kind of a red amber color. And it's also on black silk. And it still has the same clasp, they all do. And this one has bigger beads. So it starts at a regular size bead and it gets to the point where it has the biggest beads that I have on a necklace down here. So a lot of these you can get as like a custom order type thing. There are a lot of people who make them. You should check out the maker first, because there are fakes out there. I mean, amber does kind of feel plasticky. It's not plastic, but that's just what it feels like because it's a fossil. So if you don't have amber already, it may be hard for you to tell if it's fake or not. But there's also online you can look up how to test if it is fake. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but you'd want to make sure that you're getting it from someone who's well known for having a good product. So these two are a set. It's a necklace and a bracelet. They are, it's 4 colors each. There's the honey, lemon, and then the regular amber color, and then a really, really deep black that doesn't even change if you put it up to the light. So if you see that, it's just a pattern repeating those 4 colors, and that's the bracelet. And it has a different colored clasp, which I think is kind of strange because the clasp doesn't match any of the other colors on the bracelet. The next one is the necklace that matches it, and it doesn't actually match it because the clasp is different to start. The clasps are different colors. And the black on this one is a lot lighter, and it has buttermilk and honey